guess some people find it embarrassing to talk about.
I'm seriously thinking about whenever I get enough money to get implants.
I'm a virgin and I'm proud of it. Can I see them?
Can you see my legs, sir?
Okay, now what do you think of that? Do you care? Do people care? What?
Well, I mean, I don't wear shorts.
Do teenagers, your students know as much about sex as they lead on?
No.
Get it? Here comes a loop.
Hormones are like the Mississippi River.
Meaning?
They flow everywhere.
Then you're upside down.
Guys to worry about what girls think.
Then wham, it's a dead stop.
It's like a topic, it's kind of like taboo. You don't really say anything about it.
It can be a little scary.
Some people do it and some people don't.
While still being exciting.
I think boyfriends can drive me crazy.
So we're going to talk about the turns and dips that happen to 16 and 17-year-olds. We'll talk frankly about sex.
Oh my God, I have a small penis.
Your body.
Yeah, I do definitely sweat more.
Welcome to After Puberty, what you need to know next for guys and girls. We're also going to meet 9 students who you'll meet up close and personal, talk about what they're going through, no holds barred.
You guys know people with STDs, anybody? What do you think of that?
I think it's their fault. It seems.
And we'll visit a health class where the students can ask a teacher anything. And this part of the program is really cool. I think you'll like it. Our girl can become pregnant if she is standing up, if she is menstruating, if it is her first time having sex, if she doesn't have an orgasm. The bottom line, there are lots of myths out there. If you're doing it, it can happen.
Is there a generic answer to take to a student about sex?
Abstinence. Personal opinion.
My sister is 16 years old and she's pregnant right now, and she doesn't realize how much work it actually is going to be, and not too many teenagers realize that. Some of them, I think they do it just because it's cool to be pregnant. I've heard a lot of people say that. They don't realize how much work there actually is, being pregnant and having to spend all of your money on diapers and clothes and everything else that you need.
Abstinence? Well, that's just not doing it. Just keep your pants up and stay out of that situation. Because peer pressure and parents say, I love you, you think it's all right, or doing it just because that's the only way you think you can keep somebody.
And it would sit right at the fallopian tubes. And this hormonal IUD is actually good for 5 years. These are 2 examples of the pill. This is probably one of the most popular birth controls out there. And there's more than 50 different kinds, so it's definitely important to find a kind that works for you. There's different levels of hormones in each one. So we usually suggest if one doesn't work, like maybe a different kind would. And so what this is there's 4 different weeks of pills.
Herpes simplex virus is passed from skin-to-skin contact. It is also extremely contagious. There are 2 types. Herpes 1 is a blister-like sore near the person's lip, mouth, nose, or eyes. Herpes 2 is also called genital herpes. It's a blister-like sore on or near the person's genitals or anus. Some of you have hair that becomes more oily. Some of your noses and foreheads become more oily.
What are some good ways to prevent acne?
Ways to prevent acne. You know what? I don't know that I've got any tremendously good ways to tell you. One thing would be to keep your face washed.